May I come in, sir? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Akash.
Good morning, sir.
Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Akash, would you introduce yourself?
Sir, my name is Akash. I was born and brought up in Delhi, and I have done my higher studies in Delhi as well. I am a computer science engineer from 𝐻𝐻𝐺 Institute of Technology, which is affiliated to 𝐔𝐻𝐫𝐵 University. And I graduated in 2022, and since then I've been preparing for civil services. In the meanwhile, I am also looking after my father's business in hotel industry, Uttarakhand.
All based in Delhi?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yeah, Akash, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You are aware of governance, good governance features?
Yes, sir.
What are the features of good governance?
So good governance, as said by World Bank, includes various features like accountability, responsibility, and consensus orientation, rule of law, participatory governance, and other factors among these.
Yeah, so now you just tell like the issue of NJAC and collegium, no?
Yes,
now,
sir.
collegium system of recruitment of judges,
Yes, sir.
whether that has the features of good governance, is that transparent?
So there has been some issues regarding the collegium system, especially regarding the transparency as well, which has been questioned in the previous also, and the government also brought the 99th amendment. But the way the collegium works today and the memorandum of procedure that has been established between the judges and the executive in the government, I think that transparency can be increased, and there are some issues, especially the bias which public may perceive regarding judges appointing judges. It also impacts the separation of power and the doctrine of checks and balances. So I think there is always a scope of increasing transparency in the same.
So now it was taken up in 2014 only.
Yes, sir.
Then it was like Supreme Court did not agree. 99th Amendment was not permitted. Following that, there was no consultation. Like government also, I think government tried to initiate, because recently 2 years back again in 2022, the Vice President gave some statement.
Yes, sir.
That this is not transparent and there is problem. Especially the issue of separation of power.
Yes, sir.
In government. Now we have to decide which is more important.
Yes, sir.
Whether judicial independence or separation of power. That is the thing, and the ground on which it was not permitted was basic structure of the constitution.
Yes, sir.
So basic structure, does that not allow separation of power and transparency? Because that is also not explained properly.
Sir, I think that basic structure itself has a separation of power as a basic structure of constitution, and it has to be maintained. Regarding your question, if there has to be primacy between the judiciary or the executive, I think the judiciary, the government is the largest litigator in the country. So I think there is always a thing that judiciary must have upper hand. As said in the 99th Amendment judgment, Supreme Court has said that if there was some say of the judiciary over the executive, like it was half between the judiciary and the executive, if the judiciary is given a more say and the executive is also included in the decision-making process regarding appointment of judges, then we can have a good way forward, maintaining
so what is your view on an NJAC, revised NJAC kind of system? Actually, they had mixed too many things. There is All India Judicial Services also planned. So that was also one of the items in NJAC.
Yes, sir.
Judicial, Supreme Court and High Court, recruitment and transfers, that can be a separate issue. And All India Judicial Service can be a separate issue.
Yes, sir.
So do you think that there should be a consultation between high judiciary and government, and it should be taken up and the system should be streamlined to make it more transparent?
Yes, sir. There has to be a consensus between the government and the judiciary. It has been pointed out in the past as well. Regarding changes in the NJAC, I would recommend that the 3 eminent members which the NJAC had previously recommended, it had the Prime Minister, the Leader of Opposition.
Yeah, no, that is all known. There is
Yes,
no
sir.
need to explain, because that is not a done thing.
Yes, sir.
You have heard of Baku? Where is Baku?
It is in Azerbaijan, sir.
Okay, there was a global conference there recently.
Yes, sir. It was a conference of parties to UNFCCC in Baku in COP29.
What was the decision of COP29?
So the COP29 basically was said to be the finance COP, and it was said that the developing countries would be now contributing $300 billion starting from 2035.
Developing countries?
Sorry, sir, developed countries, they would contribute $300 billion starting from 2035 to the developing countries so that they can fight against the climate change in both mitigation as well as adaptation.
So, but India was happy with that decision. India was trying, there was discussion and negotiation for
Yes, sir.
last 3 years, no, prior to Baku, this COP29.
Yes, sir.
And what was India's expectation and move? How much?
Sir, the developing countries were asking for the tune of $1.3 trillion yearly from 2030 as well, but the same has not been accepted by the developed countries. So that was also India's stand, that we need more funding from the developed countries towards the developing countries in line with the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities.
Yes. What is green hydrogen?
Sir, green hydrogen is the hydrogen which is created by electrolysis of water, and the energy of which is obtained from renewable energy like solar energy, wind energy, or any other renewable energy which does not pollute.
So it is fully free of the start to finish, it is free of carbon. So this is the best solution to the climate problem. Is it not so?
Sir, from well to gate, I would not say that it is 0% carbon free. And the government recently also brought about some guidelines regarding the minimum the emissions in carbon dioxide equivalent that should be there in order to classify it as green hydrogen. And currently regarding its prevalence in fighting climate change, I think that the technology is still nascent and it needs to be developed, and it is already seen that
how expensive is the technology of production of green hydrogen?
Sir, I'm not exactly aware of the economic figure, but I think that it is greater than the black coal or the brown coal, primarily because the production of renewable energy today is also costly as compared to the traditional fossil fuel based energy.
Yes, all right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Please.
Very good morning to you, Akash.
Good
How
morning,
are you?
sir. Sir, I'm
Fine?
very- yes, sir.
Relaxed? Good. What was your optional?
Sir, sociology.
Sociology. Sociology. Okay. Your parents are in industry, isn't that?
Sir.
What type of industry they have?
Sir, actually it's self-employed, and my father has a hotel, and which I am also looking after, and my mother, usually the rent is
Okay.
rental income of my
So
mother.
that's why you have joined the hospitality industry you are working in.
Yes, sir. After COVID-19, my father did not has his best of health, so I had to control the business as well.
What are exactly the problems in hospitality industry now?
Sir,
Just name two problems, and how do you think it can be addressed to?
so one of the main problem is the lack of the skilled labor that is very difficult to find regarding the hospitality industry. There is local people who are not very much trained, and there's always a cultural gap that they feel when tourists visit. And secondly, I would say that there is lack of infrastructure like roads and some connectivity issues, which we are not able to fulfill our huge potential that we have in tourism.
So what is to be done to?
Sir, regarding infrastructure, the government is already working for various initiatives like the PM Gati Shakti mission, the Bharatmala mission, and all. Especially in Uttarakhand, there has been huge development in the roads regarding the road, and the national highways have been built. And for skilling, I would say that vocational education is a better thing for all the people that working there.
Your father is from Bulandshahr, your mother is from Bathinda.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that?
Yes, sir.
What are the ODOPs of these two cities?
Sir, I'm not aware of that.
Next time you try to.
Yes, sir. Sure, I will read about it, sir.
Now, there was. Do you know what is the grooming gang?
Yes, sir. There has been recent news regarding Elon Musk accusing the British Prime Minister of the same. It is all about that in grooming, people usually via internet, they engage with the minor children and they lure them into some sexual conduct or sexual exploitation. That is the grooming.
Okay. Have you heard of Hunza Valley?
No, sir. Sorry, I have not heard about it.
What is the latest? Is there there was a news about Hunza Valley.
Sir, I'm not able to recall. I have to read into it.
It was because the residents of the valley have blocked the Karakoram highway
Okay.
for
Yes,
lack of electricity. They are not getting electricity connection. Now, in quantum computing,
Yes, sir.
where do we stand vis-a-vis USA or Japan or UK?
Sir, quantum computing is still a developing technology. Recently, Google also introduced its Willow chip that has placed quantum computing once in the spotlight. Regarding India, I would like to say that we are one of the few countries that have a national quantum mission. We are also working for developing the semiconductors, the super magnets, and we have a plan to make about 1000 qubit quantum computer by the end of 2035 as far
But
as I
how,
can remember.
where do we stand right now?
Sir, regarding the today's trend, I think that we are still developing.
We're not even the frame.
So we are in the frame. We are researching. There have been increase in the research paper that have been published by the institutions in the country as well, and we are also comparable regarding the research papers.
Okay. And what is latest about India-Afghanistan relations?
So recently, the foreign secretary visited the Afghanistan, and they had a talk with. Sorry, they did not visit Afghanistan. They were in Dubai, and they had a talk with the foreign delegation of Taliban, and they have also reassured that India will provide continued support regarding humanitarian aid and other regarding health and education.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you get into IAS and UP cadre or Punjab cadre, and you serve as Deputy Commissioner of Bulandshahr or Bathinda.
Yes, sir.
What problems do you see in these cities, in these districts?
Sir, in Bulandshahr, I feel that there is an infrastructure deficit that I have seen myself regarding the road infrastructure, and the issue regarding the environmental degradation is also very much there. In Bathinda, since it is a bordering state in Punjab, there is always a drug menace that has been going on, and also the farmer distress that has come into the light recently. So these are the main issues that I think need to be tackled in these districts.
Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Very good morning to you.
Good morning,
Akash.
sir.
Now, one of the duties of a public servant is to be above any kind of suspicion, any far away from corruption.
Yes.
But you see this Transparency International, their assessment is India is almost 93 out of 180 countries.
Yes, sir.
Right. So how would you explain India's current ranking in Transparency International indexes?
Sir, I think that these foreign publishings, they are not accepted by the government at their face value. There is always some methodology that they use that may not align with our democratic values and what they think that India may not be transparent. Regarding the same, if we have to increase our transparency, I think that first of all we need to make sure that our media is free and it is not under any undue burden, I would like to say. And secondly, recently Supreme Court has also said that various legislations like the RTI has become defunct because information commissioners have not been appointed in many states as well as in center. I think that if we are able to make these institutions more strong, then we can improve our ranking in these indexes. But going by the government stand, I think that these rankings do not necessarily reflect what India is all about.
Right. Recently, we lost former Prime Minister Dr.
Yes, sir.
Manmohan Singh, and apart from economic reforms, he was associated with also the Indo-US nuclear deal.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, would you assess that the agreements and the understandings as a result of this deal, they have delivered results?
Sir, it was after the sanctions that were lifted by the second Pokhran test that they put sanctions on us, which was somewhat lifted by the agreement. But it was recently only that the NSA of USA visited India, and he has said that they will now be lifting more companies from the blacklist regarding the nuclear material. I think that it has not been fully utilized the potential that it was meant to be, but with recent advances in the India-US relation, I think that it is a way forward that we can look for the civil nuclear cooperation.
So, you mean to say that we have got nothing out of this deal?
No, sir, I would not say that we have not got nothing out of it. Paved a way for the non-nuclear, I am not able to recall the name. It is a nuclear suppliers group that we were able to strike many deals with countries like Australia and also with Kazakhstan, that we were able to get the nuclear material for our cooperation. So I think that it was a way forward, and there is more that we can do to boost our international cooperation regarding the nuclear power.
So, why do we want to join nuclear suppliers group? Because we are getting uranium, as you say. We have a strong, robust indigenous program.
Yes, sir.
So what else is needed?
Sir, the benefits of joining the nuclear suppliers group would be that India would not have to go with all these bilateral deals that we have to do, and these are very difficult to navigate as far as I am aware. And with the entry into the NSG, we can also counter China and its perspective. As we are also the part of other groups like the Australia group and the Wassenaar group.
Yeah.
And with India's engagement in these 4 groups, I think that we can also stake our claim to be a permanent member of the UNSC as well.
Right. And yesterday was an important day for the diaspora, Pravasis, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell us something about Indian diaspora?
Sir, Indian diaspora is one of the largest in the world. We in USA, in developing countries
No,
as well.
numbers, can you, any general, what is the size of Indian diaspora?
Sir,
globally, approximate figure?
Approximately, sir, I think that it's about 10 million, but I'm not sure that if it's the correct figure.
Yeah.
And the contribution of the diaspora has been immense. I think that in the developed as well as in developing countries, or even in Africa or Latin American countries, it is a way to project our soft power and also to spread our culture. That has been one of the bridge between India and the other countries.
What are the kind of remittances that we are getting from diaspora? Do you have any idea?
Yes, sir. This year, India got the largest number of the remittances worldwide. It was about $125 billion that we get.
A little lower, I think, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right, let's...
Akash, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You mentioned artificial intelligence and you have a background in computer science.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about AGI and ASI.
Sir, AGI is artificial general intelligence. It would be like the AI that we use today is narrow intelligence, that it is good even but only at a specific task. But the AGI will be able to do many things, like we are able to learn and we are able to do different things based on our experience, and AGI will be able to do. Regarding ASI, I'm not sure, but if it is artificial super intelligence, that will be the AI singularity, where AI will be developing on itself and it will becoming smarter and smarter by learning itself.
Yes.
I think that will be the pinnacle where AI will surpass the human intelligence, and that may be a risk in the future.
Yes, so speaking of risks, some people have called it existential. The
Yes,
risk
sir.
is existential. Why is it existential?
Sir, the basic of that is that humans have been able to, I would say that we are the most advanced species, and it is mainly because of our intelligence and the agency that we have. But with the rise of AI, this intelligence and the agency, we are transferring it to some machine, and we are not able to fully gauge the potential that the same have. So that is why many people have said that it may be an existential crisis.
So what makes it so powerful that it gets out of our control? This is something called the control problem.
Yes, sir.
And you already alluded to the answer that I'm looking for. So why, I ask again, why is it existential? What makes it so potent? Why should we be afraid of it or concerned about it?
Sir, I think that the main issue with the AI is that we are not able to know how it makes a decision. And also, as far as there is human authority, that humans can control AI, it will be under the control. But if AI is able to understand, it is able to evolve to such a level that it may surpass our own intelligence.
That's
and
right.
may think that humans are a threat to itself.
If it achieves AGI, it can change its own code.
Yes, sir.
This is the problem.
Yes, sir.
And then it leads to singularity.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Tell me something about this work that you did with the social media.
Yes, sir.
and the classification of social media toxic comments you mentioned.
Yes, sir.
Using algorithms.
Yes, sir.
How do you define toxic comments?
Sir, it was the main problem regarding the project that we did. Regarding toxic, and it is different from negativity as such. Toxicity is towards a particular individual or a community that it is made with the intention to hurt them, or it may be I would say to defame them. But regarding negativity, it is both, it is presenting the other side of the argument as well. Toxicity may be harmful for our mental health as well.
So what
that
sort
is a
of an
difference.
algorithm would you have or could you have designed to distinguish between these things?
Sir, it was basically the sentiment analysis that we did. It was able to gauge into the various data set that we had, and it was an open data set that had about 10 lakh comments. So we trained a model, and it was a labeled data. So we taught it that this comment is toxic and this comment is not toxic.
Okay.
And based on this, that we made a threshold. Beyond the threshold, if the comment was found to be beyond the threshold, then it was marked as toxic. Otherwise, it was not marked as toxic.
All right. Where does censorship begin and freedom of speech end? Where do you draw that line?
Sir, there is a very thin line between censorship and the freedom of speech and expression. I think that Article 19.2 itself says that as far as we are able to put our views and it is not in contravention to other person's fundamental right, I would say that it is freedom of speech and expression, and beyond that we may need some censorship.
All right, let me ask you this one final question. You said freedom of speech and censorship.
Yes,
and
sir.
also you mentioned we define, where it is. And who is this we? Is it the Constitution? Is it the Supreme Court? Or should this be the social media tech companies defining where that line is drawn?
Sir, I think that the Constitution is the supreme law of land, and the constitutional morality should always be the top, followed by the Supreme Court judgment and the parliamentary laws. Regarding the social media companies, I think that they should abide by the national laws which are put in the place by the government, so that they are able to streamline their platforms with the national priorities that we also have.
Thank you. Thank you, Akash.
Thank you, sir.
Akash,
Yes, sir.
I have a small question for you.
Yes,
When
sir.
you say AI can handle toxic comments,
Yes, sir.
like AI has its own limitations.
Yes, sir.
Like while interpreting any language, it could have definitely some limitations.
Yes, sir.
How do you think it will be effective? Like, say you employ n number of people to do it, and then AI does it. If you compare both the situations, which one would be better?
Sir, the advantage of the AI lies in the fact that it is more efficient. The amount of data that is generated on the social media platforms, I think that we will require a huge amount of workforce that need to be trained, and that will be able, and that has to work for 18 hours or more than that in order to look after all the content that is available on social media. Regarding AI, it is the efficiency that it makes it more efficient, I would say. And regarding the issues that we have, it is all about the data that we train our AI on. If the data is good, if it is free of bias, then I think that AI model can be good, and with further tweaking in time, and they can be a good alternative regarding this.
But the ability of AI is based on the inputs given by the human brain only, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So how much one can get out of the human brain and then finally interpret all the social norms, all the laws, everything put together?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes, human brains, they exercise the discretion,
Yes, sir.
which AI perhaps has a limitation on that.
Yes, sir.
What do you have to say on that?
Sir, it is the line that where we have to draw, where the AI should do the work and where humans should do the work. And it is all about the data that we train our AI on. If it is free of biases that humans being have, and they have been seen in the past as well, that some AI models have been giving some racist comments as well. So if we are able to train them well, and if there is always a human agency regarding the major decisions that they have to take, then we think that AI can be a better solution.
You have interest in question everything.
Yes, sir.
So if I read with AI supported offensive language,
Yes, sir.
questioning everything, when you do a question to any situation, then does it sound like something being negative?
No, sir. I think that by questioning, we are quenching our own innovation and our hunger for more discoveries. So as far as we are able to question everything, we may be able to make some new inventions, or we may innovate. And I think that it is the hope that human beings have, that AI does not have that differentiate between humans and AI.
Okay. You live in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
We are really facing lots of problems about pollution in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
What do you think is the reason and what is the solution to it? Three important points: problems and solutions.
So the problems basically in winters especially, I would say that it is the geography of Delhi that makes it a airshed where the pollutants are not able to disperse. Secondly, I would like to say that it is the huge amount of vehicles that are on the roads of Delhi and the congestion that is caused because of the traffic mismanagement. And the third, I would say that in winters especially, that is the stubble burning. But in summers also, we see that the pollution level is very high. So it is also the industries and the construction work that contribute to pollution. And regarding the solutions, we have seen various initiatives by the government. And I think going forward, one of the things that we need to do is to manage the stubble by creating a market for it, so that the farmers are not forced to burn it. And secondly, the transition to the electric vehicles would be very helpful. And third would be the shifting of industries away from the densely populated regions, so that the harmful effects of the pollutants can be reduced to a minimum.
But the first and major problem you identified was geography.
Yes, sir.
You didn't have a solution to that.
Sir, we cannot change our geography. It is that we have to reduce our emissions. And regarding the geography, rather than focusing on Delhi, we should be focusing on the watersheds. That is where the pollutants accumulate as a whole, and that is spread across various states. So it is all about the intrastate as well as the interstate coordination that we need to tackle pollution.
Okay. You are interested in Formula One racing.
Yes, sir.
Why do they call it Formula One?
Sir, it is basically the formula on which the car is designed. It is the fixed rules that define how the car will be made, what will be the wheelbase, what will be the chassis design, etc. That is the Formula 1. Regarding the changes in the rules, how the car is built, it is Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3, etc.
Okay. My last question to you.
Yes, sir.
You have opted for sociology.
Yes, sir.
How do you differentiate between social system and social structure?
Sir, a social system is a combination of the individuals and the interaction with the institution, I would say. And regarding the social institution, it is something...
Social structure.
Social structure, sir, it is the way the society has been structured. It includes the stratification, it includes the various differences that are in the society, and how we interact with the individuals as a whole and also with each other. That forms our social structure.
Okay, that's all from us. How did your interview go?
Sir, I think that some places I would have done better if I have revised regarding the last sociology question. And,
Can you identify?
sir, regarding sociology, I would have to revise the same. And also some current affairs related opinion based questions, I think that I need to work on.
Okay. Your advice.
Yes, no, you are prepared well.
Yes.
And only content you should pay attention, and current affairs. When is your interview?
So 3rd April.
3rd April. So you have enough time.
Yes, sir.
Almost 3 months. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Akash, I would like to point out a few things.
Yes, sir.
Your knowledge base is very good.
Thank you, sir.
Even your current affairs is very good, and I am impressed. What I want to advise is, one, you should study a little more about the places you are connected with. Your father's place, your mother's place, what is the problem, how is the solution obtained, etc., etc. Plus your eye contact.
Yes, sir.
Whenever a member of the board asks the question is asked on behalf of the board.
Yes, sir.
That means you are answering to the board, not to that particular member, which means that about 70% of your time in answering, at that time 70% you should look at the member who has asked, but have a casual glance over others also. Like in your drawing room, you are talking to your friends, and
Yes,
if one of friends asks a question, you have to address to everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Address everybody. Otherwise, they will feel left out.
Yes, sir.
At times, your answers are a little longer. Try to contain it
Yes,
to maximum 30-35 seconds. Because the the longer the answer, more opportunity you will give to the interview board to find supplementary questions.
Yes, sir.
Which you should not.
Okay, sir.
Then voice modulation. Your voice is quite audible, but just modulate it, like you talk animately to your friends. And I have felt that you deliberately try to keep your hands
Yes, sir.
tightly on your thighs.
Sir, actually, I have a habit of moving my hands while I talk.
You move your hands.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Because hand gesture is a thing that has been gifted by God to human beings,
Yes,
to enhance their expression. So do that.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, half of your time is lost on ensuring that you don't move your fingers.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So do that. Don't overdo that like people they do in dramas.
Yes, sir.
But normal
Yes, sir. Sure.
discussion,
Yes,
do that. And wherever you come or go, don't open the button of your unbutton or button your coat.
Yes, sir.
Be like you are. Either it should be buttoned up, you sit like that, or if it is not buttoned up,
Yes, sir.
you sit like that. So these are the things which if you take care of those things,
Yes, sir.
certainly there is nothing which will stop you from getting into.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think much has been said by my colleague, which is go along with that. Your tone, I think, needs a little working. You have time till April. I always hesitate to tamper with somebody's natural style, but if you can experiment a little slower, probably might resonate better with the interview board. But don't if you find it difficult,
Yes, sir.
don't change anything and look around. See, you're talking to your friends. It's a conversation.
Yes, sir.
So the way you talk, don't be transfixed on one person. This is a personality test, and so not so much on the knowledge. But then on the nuclear, I found
Yes, sir.
a lot of deficiencies.
Yes, sir.
I think we have no problem in importing. And the reason we join NSG is for other reasons, insurance or political, that tomorrow rules may be changed. So I think there were a lot of inadequacies,
read
but
about
I won't hold it against you
Okay,
because this is not so much about knowledge as if you can work on it.
Yes, sir. I
Why
will
not?
read
Yeah.
into it, sir.
So rest is fine. Diaspora and all, I think just take a look.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Your turn, please.
It was very good, Akash, in my opinion. I think this will go very well for you. Apart from everything that the honorable board members have already told you, my suggestion would be the voice modulation only, particularly, and because it comes out in a particular tone and it comes out very uniform,
Yes,
it
sir.
might give the impression that you are coached, which you might be, but there's no point in giving that impression,
Yes,
I would say. If it can be a little bit more natural, just a notch or two more natural, that would be great. Otherwise, I think this will go very well for you.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Are you sitting more comfortably now, or how do you? The posture, can you
Sir,
be
I
a
think
little
that-
more stiff?
No, I think that, sir, it is comfortable, and if you want me to be some stiff,
How do you? If I ask you to be a little more stiff,
sir.
yeah,
Like this, sir.
yeah, because sometimes sagging.
Slouch. Don't slouch.
Sometimes it should not look that you are sitting like this.
Okay.
I mean, I
Straight
don't know.
back.
Just you can watch out with your mirror in front of you,
Yes.
so that you should look as if you are not relaxing.
Slouching,
This kind of situation. One. Secondly, when you started with a very low voice.
Okay.
Maybe because you were a little
Hesitant. at
anxious
first.
or what, but later on you picked up.
Yes, sir.
You have a good smile after interview you do, but entire interview time you never smile.
Yes, sir.
If you could smile once in a while, it could show some kind of confidence in you.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Otherwise, you have done very well, and you got to brush up your general knowledge
Yes, sir.
and subject, particularly sociology.
Sociology.
I think you got to do lots on sociology.
Yes, sir. I will revise all my notes.
Because
that-
I asked you only one question.
It was a very basic question, sir.
But that was a basic question. But lots more can be asked from sociology, and because you don't have sociology background,
Yes, sir.
got to do that. Otherwise, whatever you have information, you are able to communicate well. Just take these precautions.
Yes,
that
sir. Sure, sir.
Honorable members have already told you. I think you'll do well.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just turn around 1 second. Just 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think your tie also, it should cover the buckle,
Okay.
if possible,
Length. Length.
Little higher.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Buckle.
Thank you, sir.